I commonly hear a lot, especially from the new officers that come to the division, Pacific Division, there's not a gang problem, and I'm standing before you today, and I'm going to give you some numbers and beg to differ with that stance.
Mike Porter of the LAPD's anti-gang unit Crash briefs officers at the Pacific Station.
We have 3 hardcore gangs, Culver City, V13, Venice Shorelines, with membership in excess of 1,000. Pretty heavy numbers.
One of LA's oldest and most violent gangs, called 18th Street, is spreading into LAPD's Pacific Division.
Officer Casey and myself have been seeing a new set of 18th Street coming from the west.
After roll call, the officers make preparations for yet another day policing the streets.
It is 7:30 in the morning, just after roll call, and I have no face on. It's hard being a woman on this job. It gets hot, sweaty, mascara runs. Damn it.
This is a beanbag shotgun. It actually shoots beanbags. It's what we call less than lethal. If you get a situation like somebody with a knife, shoot them with the beanbag and it'll impact enough that it'll probably knock the knife out of their hands.
Sergeant Craig Brown patrols one of the division's most notorious gang areas. He supervises the work of Officers Shannon Reece and Charles Rodriguez, who have been partners for only 18 months.
We click like peanut butter and jelly, like green eggs and ham. We complement each other, like a base head and a $5 rock. That's how we click. That's how tight we are.
Los Angeles police officers Shannon Reece and Charles Rodriguez are on a drug raid in a dangerous gang neighborhood. Gang members often keep pit bulls to scare off the police, but Shannon isn't deterred and moves in for the arrest.
You guys stay on Simplex.
It's another successful raid, but real life in the LAPD is different from the movie image.
We're all done here. They stopped whoever it was out in front who they had to stop.
I dropped my baton, I cracked my nail. It's all in a day's work. You guys got to get up. I got to get you dressed.
Charles's partner, Shannon, lives alone with her 2 sons.
I knew I wanted to have kids, but I certainly didn't think I was going to have them when I was 20 years old. But that's what happened, and so I had them. Their dad and I had actually planned to get married, so it wasn't like, you know, it was just a fling or anything. Their dad has them every weekend, and he and I are really good friends now. It's just a big extended family, so I wouldn't change anything. Nothing at all. Maybe have one more. Now that I'm getting older, I don't think I'm going to have any more. No girls for me. I'll just get the boys. So they keep me very grounded. So without them, I'd probably be some raving lunatic.
Mom, can I have some of that?
Oops. Nothing.
At work, Shannon and Charles are called to a shooting in the Oakwood neighborhood.
Shots fired. Victim inside the location down to the 500 block of Rialto, down by the beach. They need a unit there to gather witness information, so that's probably going to help us determine whether or not this is gang-related.
In broad daylight, 2 men burst into the victim's home and shot him in the head in front of his wife and child.
No, my husband was trying to push him out the door, and he said they said his name.
Your husband's
into
name?
that room, and they were wrestling, and then a gunshot.
basic story. The door is open to the house. The guy and his wife and his kid are sitting on the couch watching TV. Two guys come to the front door. The victim gets up, comes to the door and says, "What are you guys doing? What can I help you with?" They push their way in. Then there's a struggle over the gun. One round goes off, grazing wound to the head. They drop the gun and flee the location. He's lucky. He's so lucky.
He's very lucky. It's like the guy
Could have went right in the eye.
So he had an opening about an inch all the way from front to back. He had a permanent part in the middle of his head. A reverse mohawk. That's what he had.
All these witnesses said that they all came outside when they heard the kid screaming. So all the blood and the dad fighting with two guys in the hallway. He was probably so scared. Poor guy. Poor baby.
On Venice Beach, an episode of the American TV hit series Pacific Blue about LA bicycle cops is being filmed.
Wow.
Shannon comes face to face with Hollywood's version of her job. Shannon has spotted the star of the series, Jim Davidson.
Yeah, this show is very glamorous. Not like our job. But I wish I had a partner that looked like that. How fun. I should have been an actress. Could have made lots of money. Could have got to wear that kind of uniform.
What are you hamming it up for now?
I was not hamming it up. I was going over the tactical situations that these acting counterpart officers find themselves in on a daily basis while they're filming this fine TV show. Huh?
You idiot.
Why are we still at 17 Sunset? God, what a hunk of a man.
Now remember, lunch is at 1 o'clock.
What time's dinner?
Hopefully we're not here long. The only difference between our jobs is I don't do any paperwork.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we do all day normally. Ride the bikes. Yeah.
And our bikes aren't nearly as good as that.
Yeah, but do you have these killer lights?
No.
Now when I'm chasing people, I go,
Yeah, but that's just out here.
we had a real pursuit on bicycles. You did? Yeah. And you guys can catch people on bikes. We can't even catch people that are running. See you later. Yes.
Take care. Did you see his teeth? They were so perfect. His mouth.
It's almost like me.
Almost like you. Oh, God. I want to be on Pacific Blue.